Hi, everybody, and welcome to Right on Track with Renee Bernard. I'm Renee Bernard, which I really feel like we've established that by now. But every time, maybe you've stumbled on this video. Who knows? And there are others, so then you'll just hear me introduce myself over and over. Anyway, I wanted to hit the top three or three of the biggest mistakes that beginning writers can make. And these are huge. So if you're brilliant and flawless, then you just skip right past this video. But if you'd like to hear about some painful things that you might be doing that you don't want to do, and that will just save you so much heartbreak. Let's hit it. The first one, number one, I look like an 11. Number one, head hopping. Point of view is an art form, and once you master it, it's so hard to ever go back. But before you master it, it is a bog, the bog of unbearable stench. And head hopping is basically when you've decided you've got one character's POV, and even if you're doing an omniscient, omnipresent is pretty boring. 9 times out of 10, you really are in the head of one person for the most part. And so as you're describing, and you can switch throughout a book, it's not all, unless you're doing YA and you're doing, first person. But again, don't mess that up either. Whatever point of view you choose, you have to stay in that space. So it's when you're in that person's viewpoint, and then suddenly the narration or the narrative starts to describe as if you're looking at them, or they're now describing something that they themselves would not be describing. There are very few endearing characters that speak of themselves in the third person. I'm not gonna name any current examples, but when you're writing, it's a no. So once you're in a person's point of view, you have to constantly be thinking of, almost like when you go to the vet, you have to go, that's great, but if that character cannot see it in its little cone, the cone of shame or whatever it is, then they can't describe that. They can't, if they're not in the room, they didn't hear it. If they are not omnipresent. They are not omniscient. You're the author. You are, but they aren't. So head hopping. When you jump around, you can do it on one page. I've seen people do it in a paragraph, like 3 different viewpoints in one paragraph. It'll throw the reader off the page immediately. They're like, whoa, who's talking? Where am I looking? What's going on? Too much. Too many people in the room. So, pick a driver, let them drive. Okay, so that's number 1. So number 2, here we go. So the other big mistake is, how shall I put this? And you've heard it from your English teacher in high school 1,000 times, but it's show versus tell. Don't tell me a character is shy, or tell me that a character has issues in the narration, or tell me that they're poor. Show me. And it can be done so beautifully, and it really opens things up so much for your reader when you don't treat them as if, let me tell you everything, because you're not going to get it from the obvious clues that I'm now going to use, like dialogue. Other people's point of view can give you certainly clues, but choice of costume, choice of what they're wearing, their mannerisms, their speech, their environment. There's a billion ways to do this. So don't tell me things about characters. Let them unfold. Let it happen. And right on the heels of that big mistake, which seriously, so annoying. So show and tell? No. Show versus tell. Always pick show. Jazz hands. Always pick show. Okay, so then dovetailing right into number 2 is number 3, and that is exposition overload. You've been planning this book, let's say, forever. In your mind, there's this world of characters. There's so much you want to say. science fiction, for example. Oh, there's been a war for centuries and this faction and that faction, but there's this religion and that, there's all these, woo, you are the J.R.R. Tolkien of science fiction fantasy. And so turning that first chapter, or even, your or prologue into a 13 or 14 page history lesson on that sector of the galaxy. What? I'm sorry. Were you telling me something? God, don't. Please don't. You want to give enough information, obviously, but in another way, it's like, again, show me. Don't tell me, show me. Exposition is something that you want to sprinkle throughout. You want it like a mystery, like there's a dead body, and then you want to have clues all along. You don't want to tell them right in the first chapter everything they need to know about the dead guy. It's like, let's leave a little something on the table. So, exposition overload is so tempting, right? You want to just tell them all about this family or everything that's going on, and it's like, no. It's a story, and you want to intrigue and hook your readers. There are dozens of ways to do that, and we'll talk about hooks in another post. Hooks is a big topic. But exposition overload is the big number 3 no. So 3 big mistakes to avoid if you're starting out with your projects. There you go. I feel solid on that. If you have any questions, or if you yourself in your writing are hitting a particular issue, comment below. Like, subscribe, follow. If there's anything you, like I said, you want us to cover, let's cover it. Let's do it. And note, no cats in this video. I'm feeling really great about the lack of interruption. Children or cats. So there you go. It's a winner. It's a winner. Okay, everybody. I hope that your own creative juices are flowing and that it's going well for you out there. And everybody, please stay safe and stay right on track. All right. Thanks, everybody. Bye.